Good morning, Ms. Wai and my fellow classmates. Today, Brendan and I will be presenting on the methodology and findings and discussions part of our research paper. In the methodology part, a total of 60 students from colleges and universities in Malaysia participated in our study. 24 participants are 18 years old, while 36 participants are 19 years old. The sample also ensured a heterogeneous mix of 23 male and 37 female participants.
The diagram shown is the collected cumulative grade point average from the respondents. From the illustration, we can see that most respondents have achieved excellent academic grades in their course, as 78% of the respondents scored more than 3.5 CGPA. However, the remaining 22% of respondents scored a CGPA between ranges of 2.0 to 3.49. Moving on, the study used a quantitative method to collect data from an online survey questionnaire created using Google Forms. The survey consists of 13 multiple choice questions and will take approximately 5 minutes to complete. It includes demographical questions, the frequency of students hanging out with friends, and questions on the behaviors of respondents' peers. Also, academic performance is measured by respondents' current CGPA. The different types of peer influence are measured against the CGPA to determine its effects on academic performance.
In the procedure part, predominantly the data was collected through social media, where we gather participants who are interested and fulfill our requirements with the Google Forms link. Analysis of the data was conducted by using the calculation of measurement of central tendency, being the mean. Furthermore, this information will be analyzed against respondents' CGPA to examine the various aspects of peer influence on students' academic performance. In the next section, we will answer our research questions, which are: what is the relationship between peer influence and academic performance? And what are the effects of peer influence on academic performance? Next, to determine if acceptance by peers affects academic performance, participants reported how much they feel belong to their peers and are invited for activities. The mean CGPA of these respondents are calculated for each category. One participant claimed he never feel belonged and he achieved a CGPA of 3.5. Next, 4 respondents rarely feel belonged and the mean CGPA for this group is 3.16. 17 respondents claim they only feel that they belong to their peers sometimes, obtaining a mean CGPA of 3.65. Also, 31 respondents often feel belong and the mean CGPA of this group is 3.68. Lastly, a mean CGPA of 3.51 is reported for the 7 respondents who always feel they belong to their peers. Due to the uneven distribution of participants in each category, the trend line is used to analyze this question. Another item aided to relate the variables, where 55 respondents find their classmates fond of them, attaining a mean CGPA of 3.64, while 5 who feel otherwise gain a mean of 3.36. Past studies have yet to achieve a clear understanding of the effects of acceptance by peers on academic performance. Gallardo and Alia positively associated the two variables, while Texner and Alia found no significant relationship. From the results, the current study inclines to Gallardo and Alia's research, associating acceptance by peers and academic achievement positively. Similar to this study, research by Juvonen and Nilsen claim that students who are rejected by their peers perform poorer academically. With 8 of the diagrams presented, results prove that the more the participants feel accepted by their peers, the higher the mean CGPA, representing better academic performance. Moving on. Participants also revealed the number of friends who are disciplined to show how peers' attitude can affect academic performance. 4 participants reported that none of their friends are disciplined students, and they scored a mean of 3.05. Next, a mean CGPA of 3.32 was obtained from the 3 of them who had only few disciplined friends. Meanwhile, 7 respondents claimed to have some friends as disciplined students, and this group attained a mean CGPA of 3.57. Taking up the vast majority, 40 respondents believe that most of their friends are disciplined students, and the mean CGPA of this group is 3.71. Finally, 6 people are confident that all their friends are disciplined students, and they gained a mean CGPA of 3.59. Another item assisted to affirm the relationship between the variables. 54 participants agree that their friends think it is important to do well academically, and they attained a mean CGPA of 3.67. In contrast, 6 of them believe that their friends do not place importance on academics, and the mean CGPA of this group is 3.10. There are several past studies linking peers' attitude and students' academic outcomes, which mainly endorse the results above. Since students tend to behave like the people around them, peers play an important role in shaping the beliefs of students. Hence, peers can promote importance in academics among students. Additionally, Currier and Kipkenboyd and Butler-Barnes et al. Proved a positive relationship between peers' attitude towards school and the academic results of students. As exhibited by the diagrams, the findings are in accordance with multiple past studies, thus proving that positive attitude of peers towards academic prompts better academic performance.
Respondents were asked about their peers' behaviors to determine whether peer pressure affects academic performance. Respondents were to report on how frequently their peers were involved with unhealthy behaviors. We will then compare each frequency to the average CGPA. 31 respondents claimed that their peers never got involved with unhealthy behaviors, attaining a mean CGPA of 3.72. 30 respondents reported that their peers rarely associate themselves with unhealthy behaviors. This group scored a mean CGPA of 3.75. Next, 10 respondents claimed that their peers sometimes get involved in harmful activities, and 5 respondents have peers that are often involved, each having a mean CGPA of 3.47 and 3.02 respectively. Finally, only 1 respondent has peers that are always engaged with unhealthy behaviors, which scored a mean CGPA of 3.2. From the diagram, we can see a trend line to better represent the data due to the irregular pattern of data obtained. Another item was asked to help evaluate the two variables. 50 respondents reported that they are not involved in unhealthy behaviors to avoid feeling left out. This group of people attained a mean CGPA of 3.67. On the other hand, the remaining 10 respondents claimed to have been involved with unhealthy behaviors to avoid feeling left out, which they have scored a weaker mean CGPA of 3.35. Previous studies have revealed that peer pressure has little to no impact on students' academic performance. NEME's research has shown a slight positive influence between the two variables, whereas Molders et al. Revealed no notable impact. The data collected from the current study shows that peer pressure and academic performance are associated with one another, similar to Deepika and Prema's research. The outcome of our study and the one from Deepika and Prema concluded that there is a negative impact between peer pressure and academic performance towards students. The illustrations have helped demonstrate that students who did not succumb to peer pressure and involved with unhealthy behaviors achieves a higher CGPA or better academic results. Respondents were also asked whether they enjoy studying with friends or not. The data shows that 52 respondents enjoy learning together with friends, and the group scored a mean CGPA of 3.69. On the other hand, 8 of the remaining respondents reported that they do not enjoy studying with friends. This group scored a mean CGPA of 3.17. Respondents also revealed how frequently their peers and them assist one another academically. It is shown that none of the respondents has never not helped one another with their peers academically. 5 respondents rarely aid one another and scored a mean CGPA of 3.02. 14 respondents claimed that they sometimes help one another, whereas 23 respondents reported that they often assist each other academically. The attained mean CGPA are 3.52 and 3.62 respectively. Finally, 18 respondents stated that they always get help from their peers. This group achieved the highest mean CGPA of 3.85. Another item was given to ask respondents whether academic subjects were a taboo in their conversations with peers. It was found that 26 respondents reported that academic subjects are not a taboo in their conversations with peers. Despite that, this group of people attained a higher mean CGPA of 3.73 than those who claimed to have academic subjects as a taboo. This was a surprising factor, as the 26 respondents were able to do well academically. The data may also suggest that the item is unrelated to peer learning, as it does not affect academic performance. Nevertheless, the other data has shown that learning together with peers helps boost academic performance as they learn more effectively. Results from multiple studies from the past regarding peer learning and academic performance align with the findings above. Recent studies by Ula et al. And Olulawa et al. Revealed a positive influence between peer learning and academic performance. Similarly, a study by Lim et al. Shows that peer learning positively affects students' academic performance compared to students who study individually. The researchers essentially endorse our outcome. Hence, the illustrations and findings exhibit that peer learning bestows a positive influence on academic performance, as well as associating to outcomes from previous researchers. Thank you.